This is Brian Leshin's guide on Windows Server 2003, its DHCP component, how to install it, and a few of the things you can do with it. And I'm using Virtual PC to demonstrate. Alright, from the desktop, you want to click Start, go to Control Panel, and then click Add or Remove Programs. From here, on the left, you want to click Add or Remove Windows Components. It takes a couple seconds. And once you get a window that pops up that looks like this, you want to scroll down to Network Services. If it's checked, uncheck it. Click highlight it first, then click Details. Then check the box next to DHCP, click OK, and then click Next. This takes a few seconds too. Depending on if you have set your IP address or not earlier, you may or may not get some error windows popping up about setting a static IP address. Alright, when it's done, click Finish. You can close this window. Then you want to click Start, Control Panel, and then go down to Network Connections, and then click the connection you're using. Alright, and then if a window like this pops up, click Properties. If another window pops up, just look for the Properties menu or tab, or you can right click it and click Properties. And then you want to click Internet Protocol, the IP one, click Properties here. And then what you want to do is, if it has obtained an IP address automatically, you want to click Use the following IP address. I just use a typical private IP address for a Class C network with the appropriate subnet mask. Hopefully you either know what IP address you want to use according to whatever documentation or plan you guys are using for your server. Then once that's done, click OK, and then click OK. And you can close this. And what I just did, you would have to do if you had not done it when you were installing the DHCP, or if you just clicked OK through the when installing the DHCP, you could just do it like I did after. Alright, then you want to click Start, go back to the Control Panel, Administrative Tools, and then click on DHCP. You're going to get a window pops up like this. You can maximize it if you like. And then you should have basically the name of your server, and at this point you probably won't have any scopes. So from here you want to right click it and click New Scope. And then the New Scope wizard pops up. Just click Next. And then you want to give the name of your scope. For this one, we'll just call it the demo. Alright. And then from here, you want to pick the starting IP address and ending IP address of the scope. For me, I'm just going to use typical Class C scope for a private network. And then this length here is basically if you know the slash notation of the network you're going to be, the scope you're going to be creating, then you can put that here and it'll actually create the subnet mask for you automatically. I'm just going to use the /24, which is a Class C network with Class C network with only one network. And then you want to exclude if you want to add any exclusions to your IP addresses, you could probably, the only one you could probably do at this point is yourself, or the IP address of the server. And if you want to add any more, you can do that. And you can actually add a whole range by starting here and ending here. And then this is the lease, how long a device has an IP address for. 8 days is usually the standard, so you could just leave it at that. And then you can configure more options if you like. But for this demonstration, trying to keep it short, we'll just say no. And then once you get to this window, you just click Finish. And then from here, you'll have your scope, and it's going to have a red arrow next to it. If you right-click that, you can click Activate, and then your scope will go into effect. If you don't do that, no one will be able to get IP addresses or access your scope or anything like that. Then you got a few options here. Address pool shows the available addresses. Address leases shows anyone that is connected to your server or has gotten an IP address from your server. And then reservations are any IP addresses that you've reserved for special devices. And then you've got some additional scope options that you could have done in the wizard when it asked to do the additional options, but for time management purposes, we just won't do anything like that right now. Alright, and that's pretty much installing DHCP and setting up a simple IP address scope. Alright, thank you.